was your experience coming over here in Bahrain and officiating in the World Under-17, Under-21 Masters and Six-State Championship?
I have to say this has been my first time to be in the Kingdom of Bahrain and to be at an IBSF tournament, and to have managed to referee all through the four disciplines has been a fantastic experience for me. To see the quality of young players particularly coming through, and to see the quality of young under-17 players also playing in under-21 and the six reds, and of course watching the greats, the men's, the masters, fantastic. So I've really enjoyed it. Wonderful to see so many people here from so many different nations. Most of my refereeing and involvement has been through Europe, but not as far as here, so I'm having a ball.
IBSF's initiative, having the juniors, under-17 and masters men all together, how you see this program for the development of the future generation and the youngsters?
I think it's critically important that we have new blood coming through, because one of the problems I think is if we don't have junior leagues, if you don't have the 12, 14-year-old players, well then the game will stagnate. So it's incredibly exciting. I mean, some of the young players there, one guy was just turning 11 and yet playing a really good game. So it filled me with great hope for the future, to watch the skill set that is there, to watch the appeal for the game for the young generation. And also I found it fascinating to watch so many of the players and recognize in how they play obviously the people who have influenced them, the great players of today, the younger players, the go-ahead players, the crash and burn people, or the very kind of Mark Selby, keep it quiet. So you can definitely see there's a huge influence in the professional game, and I've no doubt that certainly I would feel that at least 4 to 6 of the young players I've watched this week in Bahrain will certainly be pro players in the next 2 or 3 years.
What about your views on the tables, which is recently IBSF signed with a contract with the Zingpai? Your views on the tables? The
tables seem fine to me. They run beautifully. The heaters are on the tables. The throw is nice. I think the brand new cloths, new cushions. It's always going to slide differently in the early stages of the first week of a cloth on a table. But certainly one of the things I've really noticed is that the players have bedded in really quickly, and you can see that it's a touch. It's just gentle. Nobody hits the ball hard. You don't have to. But the zip that is there, the cue ball is traveling with deep screw, with stun, with little side. One shot I noticed so many lovely people playing is simply taking the yellow or the green, a half ball with a bit of a running side, and it just comes down and opens the red. So the pace of the tables are absolutely perfect for the players. I think it's a perfect marriage.
Despite all the conditions of the tables, etc., everything is fine. Despite you must be having some critical matches?
Yeah, it's been fantastic to watch some of the matches. I've seen a few where it went 3-0, 4-0 or whatever. I've also seen many matches go to the last ball, and the tension, you can notice in the players when it comes to a deciding frame, a shot they would take on with ease in the first frame, a long red, when you realise that if you miss it, particularly in the 6 red format, you realise that could be your last shot. And one of the matches I watched earlier on in the last 16, both players missed shots that they would never miss because of the importance of that particular shot. So it's a wonderful format, the best of 7s for the 6 red, because one mistake and that's it over. But then again, I reffed one match that took almost 3 hours for 6 games, 6 frames. So you can have nip and tuck for 25 minutes, a half an hour, 45 minutes. It adds to the excitement. We love to see the 75 clearance or whatever, but also to see a 23 plays 21 win is equally exciting.
Bahrain has signed a contract for next 2 years, same championship. How you see it look forward?
Well, I think in the coming 2 years, I think even more countries will come. There was a bit of potential political unrest here in the area. I certainly was wondering, would I come? You have to feel safe, and with the world politics there were problems, but I think if that's all finished, I think there are so many more countries that will come. I think that they will need a bigger ballroom, a bit like Jaws the movie. We're going to need a bigger boat. You're going to need a bigger hall with more tables. I think there will be a huge increase based on the success of the Plaza Hotel here, the Grand Plaza. Fantastic, and the organisers. I think it's just going to go from strength to strength.
You come from Ireland, and Ireland has recently hosted the World Billiard Championship. Next year again, how you see this move for the billiards specifically coming to the European side and taking forward?
Well, I've been involved in billiards for many, many years. It's my real passion, and I'm involved in world billiards. So last year in Carlo, all of the Indian players particularly came, and when we're playing for a world championship, you want the best in the world playing. So I'm really thrilled and excited about the future of the game. We're already setting the dates for next year. We're going to have the Irish Open, we're going to have the match play and the IBSF tournament. So it will be a fantastic festival of billiards with the world's finest. I mean, we had people coming from New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, India, from America, Canada, Ireland, England, Scotland, France, Austria, all over the place. And that's what you want. So I'm really, really encouraged. And the more billiards we have being played, because I keep saying to snooker players, when you think about playing a cannon in billiards where you hit one ball onto the other, it trains your brain for making snookers and also importantly getting out of snookers. Every billiard player will be brilliant at getting snookers and getting out of them, and snooker players can learn from that. But I'm really happy that I think billiards is in a great place thanks to what's happening in snooker as well.
Tomorrow this championship is ending. You can easily say happy 2 weeks.
I've had a fantastic 2 weeks. We're not used to this heat in Ireland, 39 degrees. Now, we've had long days, so we haven't had a chance really to go out and see much of the place. If I come back, I would hope to come maybe 2 days early and stay 2 days at the end in order to see the wonderful sights of Bahrain. But the welcome has been fantastic. The venue is fantastic. The hotel, you can't ask for more.
Thank you, and looking forward to see you again.